Every once in a while I get a shoe where I'm just like, man, I cannot believe that I have these. Of all the sneakers that I have missed in my lifetime, this is no longer one of them. NA. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. I did want to point out the box is gorgeous, okay? Well, there's a blemish, all right? But I take one for the team all the time, man, because, like, I don't care about the box that much. So when there's one of these damaged ones at the store, I take it so that somebody else doesn't. You're welcome.
Thank you.
What a cool box, right? But anyways, these guys right here are back for the first time since their original release back in 2006. It's the Air Jordan 4 in the Lightning colorway. It was part of a pack, even though they didn't sell them together. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a tiered pack with like drawers and stuff like that. But it's close enough, man. And these are cool. So first things first, these guys look a lot duller in person than what I remember. I never had a pair in hand. Well, I've seen them in hand, but like they've never been mine. Is what I was trying to say. I've never owned a pair. So from what I can remember, they look more like the laces. Like they were like vibrant, big punch of yellow. These are definitely a muted version of that. Am I mad about that? Because the materials on these are way better than the original ones, man. Like this nubuck right here, bro, is sick. However, I did want to give a quick little nod to the original history of the shoe, which was again back in 2006. They actually released online at Jumpman23.com for those of you guys old enough in the shoe game or whatever you want to call it. Those Jumpman 23 days were the early days of direct-to-consumer for the Jordan brand, in my opinion. At least that's where like the original limited launches were. So kind of like when you see a collab nowadays, like Travis Scott's. So like they will carry it at, you know, Nike Direct and everything like that, or what they now call sneakers. But they also sell it on Travis's website. Yeezy does it with Yeezy Supply, and then Adidas, and Jordan Brand used to do it as well. But these were not on Nike.com that I can remember. I believe they were only on Jumpman23.com, which again was just really weird because back then that wasn't the norm. You know what I mean? Like there were very few releases on Jumpman23.com back in the day. The one that I actually bought was the Air Jordan 15, the black and stealth ones. Those actually released alongside the Eminem Air Jordan 2, to which I was like, nah, man, them boo-boo, dude. Like I love the 2, but like them 2s, I didn't like all the writing on it. Talk about a sneaker regret. The price has skyrocketed. I can't believe that those are so expensive. Also, a loose tie-in is that Eminem actually has a couple pairs of Jordan 4s. But anyways, these originally released on Jumpman23.com as part of a 2-pack, but both sold separately. It was the Thunder and Lightning pack. The Thunder was the black and yellows, which just, I wouldn't say recently released, but they did re-release as a retro or a re-retro, whatever you want to call it, not too long ago. And now it's these guys' turn. Both of those shoes retailed for, I believe, $250. Both of them also came with different so this one was like a shirt and the other one was like a jacket, and both of the shoes were, I believe, a tie-in to the original Jordan Motorsport team before they turned into the blue stuff. Around 2008-ish, I think it was when the 23s came out. And around that time they were like Motorsport, or Jordan Motorsport was royal blue. But before that they were yellow, which is why the Old Love New Love pack, which was an actual pack with 2 shoes in a tiered box with the black toe Jordan 1 and the black and yellow Jordan 1, both mids, they were fire. That's why that shoe was black and yellow, because it was the New Love, his motorsport team, versus his Old Love, which was basketball, Chicago. But the story goes is that somebody, or maybe it was the collective of the Jordan Motorsport team, actually designed this colorway, and then they decided to release them as a limited number. Jumpman23.com, there you go. Jumpman23.com is not around anymore, I don't think. There's Jordan.com, and there's also air.jordan.com or jordan.air.com, something like that, where they like do their write-ups and stuff, try to tell stories. I don't know if a lot of people know about that site, but it's there. But yeah, since 2006, we haven't seen these. I believe they've been rumored numerous times, and now again, they're finally here. I absolutely love them because unlike the Thunder that released as a retro, this version of the shoe actually has everything proper for an Air Jordan 4. So the new shape, which is the old shape, which is the perfect shape for the Jordan 4. Also the lace little crowns right here, basketball nets, whatever you want to call them. They actually have the extended little plastic clips at the end. During that time frame for the Thunder 4 retro, the re-retro, they didn't have those, and I never never like that. I was like, why are those missing? They should always be there. And also the netting right here on the side is back at that angle. During the 2006 era, they were just straight across. It looked a little weird. If you actually see a picture, which we'll put right here, of that shoe shape versus this shoe shape.
Oh, there'll be a beautiful B-roll shot underneath.
Of this shoe shape?
Yeah.
You can't just have me side by side?
No.
Why not?
Because I like it when I can do that and show.
Well, just look at the damn shape. The shape of the 2006 version looked like a f***ing banana. But that's all we had back then, so we appreciated it. Just like I appreciate this now. The recrafted version, it looks great. Anyways, this guy right here has herringbone on the bottom. The gray and the yellow really do work well together. I always thought that this was a very loose tie-in to the Cool Gray 4, which came before this. The Cool Gray 4s were all gray with a little hint of yellow. And I feel like this is like a flip version of that. I don't know if it was, just saying, that's what they remind me of. And then the midsole right here is polyurethane. It's all white, which is real interesting. It's got a nice little look to it. Doesn't have that top line on there. And then inside the polyurethane is a visible air sole unit, which you can see right there in the heel. There is an encapsulated one in the forefoot, and the insole, believe it or not, is polyurethane. They didn't even have to put the Nike Air on this one. I hope that that means they're just like, F it, man. We're just gonna put them polyurethane insole. I'm tired of listening to Chris whine about the PU insoles. We're just gonna put them in every retro. I hope that's what's happening. If it's not, I'm gonna be bummed, and you will hear about it during the next video.
I wanna make a bet, please.
Now the upper on these is, again, where I'm in love with these things. Yes, they are not as bright as the originals, but the nubuck on this is just so buttery. It's got some texture to it too, so you'll see like different variations between pairs. They might not all look the same. I also really love when the flaps, I love them when they're plastic. Okay, the little lockdown wings, but I do really like them when they're nubuck as well, or leather. I think it just gives something a little bit different. They flop a little bit more because I don't normally like lace my laces through these. I'll let them kind of dangle so they can do that better when they're plastic versus these ones, they'll start to like droop down and stuff like that. So maybe I'll have to lace them loosely through these just so that they don't like touch the floor and stuff. And then we have Jumpman branding on the heel because this is not an original colorway. This is a new colorway. It was when it first came out in 2006 and it still is now. So that's why that's there. Man, even the back tab is nubuck. It's a thick ass cut. They did a great job on these, dude. I love the patch right here. This is awesome. This is probably my favorite part about the shoe, besides the overall shoe. That patch is something special. Sizing on these guys is true to size, so whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 4s, that's exactly what I would recommend. They will be available at all retailers, including Phenom and Phenom Global. If you are not following both of those accounts, Phenom916 and Phenom Global on Instagram, you're probably gonna miss out on when they release like those 12s.
That was just a walk-in.
Yo, so that's the thing. So like not all of them are raffle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to follow them so that you know what their procedure is.
Yeah.
Because I was there when somebody walked in and they were like, those 12s are gone? And they were just like, and then I was like, what? Those sold out? It was crazy. But yeah, they were first come, first serve. They flew. Make sure that you follow them on social so that you know exactly what they're doing with their launches when they all launch. Anyway, what do you think about these? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think.
No, I'm excited to see how our B-roll turns out because I saw somebody else's video and the yellow was super bright and vibrant and the gray was black. And so when you pulled these out of the box, I was like, oh, it's not a direct flip of the Thunder because that's black with touches of yellow.
Correct.
So.
Which is why I always thought these were more tied with the Cool Gray as a flip version. Very loose though, because that's not like this either, but they did have the white midsole too, the gray bottom. I believe the patch might be the same. To me, these look like they could have like derived from that colorway, just opposite. However, there is one more yellow-based Jordan 4 that is considered what they call rare air. It was not part of this pack totally. It actually had a removable patch underneath it. It said rare air on there. Can't remember what they were called. I think they were called the Tour Yellows. They were white with a leather upper and they had similar tooling and everything, but the midsole was actually yellow top line with splatter paint on it, like black splatter.
Okay.
What a dope colorway that was, man. That's sick. So that's like the long lost brother of the duo pack of Thunder and Lightning, but they didn't give it that moniker. It was just something else entirely, but they're still, to me, kind of the same thing. Anyways, that pretty much takes care of it for these guys. Again, this is the Lightning Air Jordan 4. Back for the first time since 2006. Good luck to everybody trying to grab a pair. Again, if you're looking for them in the Sacramento and Elk Grove area, make sure that you follow Phenom916. If you're in, I don't want to say where they're from again, but if you're in Minnesota and you want to follow the other account, which is Phenom Global, I would highly recommend that as well. They have 2 locations out that way. One of which is in Dinkytown.
I thought we weren't gonna say it.
I had to, because even the people in Dinkytown are like, yeah, man, that's a name. And I was just like, it is.
I would just like to know, because some people were saying it's like a college area.
Yeah.
It's not a city name.
No, it's not the name of the city. It's like the Dinkytown location would be like, oh, we're in our downtown location. You know what I mean? So it's like.
So how did it come about? Like, is it related to the college?
It's
I
your
don't
turn
know.
for history time. Let us know below why Dinkytown is called Dinkytown. Even though I think somebody already said it in the last video that we talked about it. But
Then I missed it.
it's okay. Say it again.
Yeah.
It helps the algorithm. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one. Did you wear yellow on purpose?
No, funnily enough.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Okay.
I had forgotten, but
I wore mine on purpose.
I wanted to say, I see what you're doing there.
So bring on the lightning. It's awesome.
Mine was it's not going to be super hot. I can actually wear like a non-black t-shirt so you won't see my sweat. So.
Sexy.
Yeah, anyways. Life changes. Thomas Rhett.
What?
Woohoo.
Oh.
For my country people out there.
Anywho.